In this video, let us look at the question that came in 2020 Mathematics Paper 2, that is school certificate. Now, as you can see, there's question 1 here. Although we are not going to go through it, I have quite a number of materials on matrices just right here. There's a recording on matrices that is questions from 2018 to 2023. If you're not aware, you can find it right here on my platform. And also probability, we've done quite a number of questions, so you can find the materials. Okay, even on sets. So we are going to focus on question 2. So for question 1, I leave it up to you to answer it. So be able to answer and of course share your answers. Now for question 2, the first part is on sets. Okay, so we can start looking at the question. So of the 115 students who attended an end of year party, the total number of students, take note, so I can say total number was 115 who attended the party. So let me just put it here. We might need that space. So total 115. Okay, 115 students attended an end of the year party. Out of those that attended, 74 took Fanta. Okay, so it's about drinks, the types of drinks that the student took. So 72 took Fanta. 74 took Fanta. 60 took, 93 took Sprite. So 93 took Sprite. Okay. And of course, 87 took Coke. So it's very important to note that here there were 3 types of drinks. Now, there are some that took both or 2 of the drinks. So now 61 took Fanta and Sprite. So 61 took Fanta and Sprite. Then 71 took Sprite and Coke. So 71 Sprite and Coke. Then we have 60 took Fanta and Coke. So 60 Fanta and Coke. Then 50 took all the 3. So I can say all, which means Fanta, I will use F for Fanta, Coke, and of course Sprite. Okay. Now, what do we do with this information? If you are given the information in this case, in some cases you find everything is already in the Venn diagram since we are dealing with sets. But for this one, if you are given the information like this, just know that the first question will be illustrating on the Venn diagram. And for sure, first question is illustrating this information on the Venn diagram. Now for the Venn diagram, the first thing you want to draw the rectangle, a big one. And of course, that can accommodate 3 sets, because here you have 3 sets. That is of a Sprite, Fanta, and of course Coke. Now, let us put the sets inside. So, sets, you use circles. And of course, you're going to put 3 circles joined like this. Okay, so I'm going to put the first one for Fanta. So I'll write F, but you can write Fanta. Then of course, the second one I'll put for Sprite. Then of course, I'll put this one for Coke. And here I'll put E for universal set. So now, we haven't illustrated information. I've just drawn the Venn diagram. So now, how do you illustrate the information in the Venn diagram? This is what you do. The strategy is that you want to start with O. Okay, so you start from the inside or the innermost, then spreading it out or going outside. So you start with O. So you start answering the question from the end part. So 50 took all the drinks. Okay, all the 3 drinks. So you're going to find the intersection of all the sets, that is Fanta, Sprite, and Coke, and it is right here. So this is where we'll put our 50. Then now we start moving outside now. We are told here that 74 took Fanta. So the total number of people that took Fanta should be 71. Let us look at not really going to the total, but we look at the intersection for the two sets at least. So let us start by dealing with the first part. 61 took Fanta and Sprite. So the intersection of Fanta and Sprite is 61. So where you see Fanta and Sprite right here, the whole of this is the intersection. The whole of this is the intersection. So the total here should be how many? The total should be, let me just try to redraw this. The total should be 61. That is for that intersection. I guess I've drawn it properly. So the total should be 61. We already have 50 here. So which means the remaining part you just subtract. So when you start finding the intersection of the two, you just subtract the intersection of O, then you subtract for that one. So for Fanta and Sprite, we are going to subtract 61 minus 50. Okay? So that in this intersection, we are going to have a total of 61, and that is 11. Then we go for the intersection of Sprite and Coke, which is 71. So Sprite and Coke is right here, so which means this part. So Sprite and Coke is 71. We already have 50. So right here will be 21. Then of course Fanta and Coke is 60. So Fanta and Coke, which is right here, Fanta and Coke is 60. But we already have 50, so which means this one will be 10. Okay. Then now, I think we are done with the intersection of at least 2. Then now we go to the totals. Okay, so each set should have, for Fanta, the total should be 74. What we have already, we have 11 plus 50, that is 61, plus 10, that is 71. 71 minus 74. So the remaining part here is a 3. So that if you add everything, should be able to give you a 74. Then we go for Sprite. Sprite, the total is 93. So what we have already? So we have 21 plus 50 plus 11. Okay, so 50 plus 21 is 71. 71 plus 11, that is 82, I guess. Then if you subtract, should be able to give you 11. Okay, so this is 71. Then plus 11, that is 82. Then of course we have 93 minus 82, that is 1. So 11. Okay. So now what about Coke? Coke we are supposed to have 87. We already have 50 plus 21, which is 71, plus 10, which is 81. Okay, 81, the total is supposed to be 87. So here you have a 6. Okay, so we've put everything in the sets, but at the end of the day, you need to add everything and of course confirm if they are equal to 115. If they are not equal to 115, then you need to find the number of people that did not take any of the drinks and of course put them in the universal set. So if we are to add everything here, okay, in the sets, so we are going to have 3 plus 11. This plus 11, I'll just put 22. Then of course plus 50 plus 21. Let me just put 27 plus this 6. Okay, plus 10. What are we able to find? This is 60. This is 25. So of course we have 85. So 85 plus 50. We should be able to find 130. 135. Is it 135? Yes, 135. Now what is the total? Wow. Let me just re-add again, because the total is 115. So we have 3 plus 11 plus 11 plus 50 plus 21 plus 10 plus 6. Okay, so this is 22, 25 plus 50. 25 plus 50 is 75. 75 plus 21, that is 21, that is the 96. Okay, 96 plus 10, that is 106, I guess. 96 plus 10, that is 106. Then of course 106 plus 6 should be able to give us 112. So 112 minus 115 should be able to give us a 3. So here we have a 3. Okay, I don't know what happened at first. We had added, or the addition was wrong. So that is all about illustrating the information in the Venn diagram, and I guess you followed the steps. So you start with the innermost, then you start moving outside until you find whatever is in the sets, but don't forget to add them up so that you can check the total number. Sometimes you find that the total number is exact, but if it's not, just know that the remainder is the number of those that did not participate or that did not take any of the drinks. Okay, after you are done with the Venn diagram, if you've done it right, then the following questions, or the question that follows, becomes easy. So how many of the student took, that is, we are on Roman numeral 2, none of the drinks. So none of the drinks, are just looking at these, okay, that are not in any of the sets. So 3. So you can say 3 students. Then Fanta and Sprite, but not Coke. So you are looking at the intersection of Fanta and Sprite. So Fanta and Sprite, this one is part of the intersection, but these two Coke. So I say not Coke. So you're just looking at 11 students. Then at least 2 different drinks. So at least 2 different drinks, we are looking at the intersection of at least the 2 sets. This, and that. So 11, that is 10 plus 11, which is 21, plus 21, which is 42 students. That is how you simply look at. So at least 2, you look at the intersection for 2 only. Okay, so that is it about the set on, the question on set, and I guess you followed. Let us now look at the question on vectors. So in the diagram below, AVC is a straight line. So as you can see, AVC is a straight line, and of course AB is equals to 8P. Okay, AB is equals to AP, 8P. So the whole of this one is equals to 8P. AC, which is the whole of this one, as you can see, it's labeled 4P plus 9Q. Then BV is equals to, so B V is equals to negative this one and negative 6P plus K Q, and AM is equals to MB. So AM, where is AM? So AM is equals to MB, so which means these are equal. Okay, now express in terms of P, Q, and OK. AM. What is AM? So now for AM, such questions, if you see these, okay, this is the midpoint. Now if this is the midpoint, you just divide this by 2. You share this in 2 equal parts, so which means this is 4P, and also this is what? 4P. So which means AM is equals to what? 4P. Okay, and of course since it's a vector, you need to put this down. Okay, so you don't just have to write 4P, you need to indicate this. Then AV. Now for AV, this one, let us find it. So AV, is there a way of finding it? In terms of ratios, I think we have nothing. So the way to find it, we can use now AV is equals to A, okay, vector A, M. Can we say AM? No, we are going to take the whole of this. AB. So vector AB plus, then now BV. BV. The question is that, do we have AB? Yes, we have. It is 8P. Then plus, do we have BV? Yes, we have BV. Now, what are we told here? Here we are told BV is equals to, okay, so I'm just going to pick it the way it is. So it is negative 6P plus KQ. Okay, so if we do the addition here, like terms, P and P are like terms, so we're going to remain with 2P, then plus KQ. Okay, so that will be our final answer. Okay, then now, question that is Roman numeral 2, given that AV, which is this one that we found, is equals to HAC, by forming an equation involving P, Q, and H, and K, or otherwise, find the numerical value of H. Okay, let's try this one out. So we are saying AV is equals to HAC. Okay, vector AV is equals to HAC. So now, AV we are given, or we found that is 2P plus KQ equal to H. What is AC? So AC is the whole of that, which is 4P plus 9 plus 9Q. Okay, plus 9Q. Then now, if we are to multiply here, we are going to have 2P plus KQ equals to 4PH, okay, plus 9Q, 9QH. So now what we do at this point, so we formed the equations here that connect K. So we have K, we have H, and we have, of course, P and Q. Okay, so now what are we going to do? So now, since we are saying this part is equal to that part, so we are going to get the part that has P in it, and of course equate to the part that has P here. So we get this part, and of course this part. So we are going to say 2P equals to 4P H. Then of course we can divide both sides by 2P. Okay. Okay, want to find the value of H here, so we divide 4P. And what are we going to have? This side you're just going to remain P and P, and of course this is 1/2. Then this side you just remain with H. So H is equals to 1/2. Now that we found the value for H, let us get now the one that has Q, and of course equate to that one. So we're going to have KQ equal to 9QH. H is 1/2. Okay, I should have started with H then Q. So 1/2, then of course Q. Okay, so which means if we are to divide this part, is just the same as the what we want is to find the value of K. So divide Q, divide Q. So we are going to have K is equals to this and that. Then of course 9 multiply 1/2 is just the same as 9/2. So that is the value for K. Now, what else is remaining? So we found the value for K, and of course we found the value for H. Okay. Hence or otherwise find the value of H and K. Okay, so we've answered the question fully. So that is what we basically needed to do. So please, we might have made some mistake at some point in how we answer the question, but of course get to suggest on how best you can answer the questions, okay, as you go through the recording. Otherwise, this is the part that we supposed to answer, or this is the part that I wanted us to answer, and of course this is where we end. Okay, so if you are interested in the online lessons you are writing next year GCE, or you are doing IGCSE Cambridge, you can contact the number 2 260-976 402563. And of course, this number, if you are interested to join our lessons, you can WhatsApp the number, and of course we'll get to add you to the groups. Otherwise, we can end here, and of course see you in the next one.